guys, and welcome back to the Tuesday stream. I know what day we're on, honestly. We are back playing a little bit of Kerbal Space Program. I need to make sure that my microphone is indeed clipping out because I'm shouting into it too loud, but more importantly, it's not muted. That's good. Spark my fud, Georgie Corgi, sorry. I was going to call you Georgie then for a little bit. How are you both doing? We were just chatting in Discord, having a lovely time talking about stuff. We're going to the stream career. We're going to go have a look. We're going to go see this big rock that we managed to get hold of last time. It was a bit touch and go, actually. If you remember last time, we went out, we hooked up to a giant space rock, as I'm going to call these asteroids from now on. Tremaine, how are you doing? Welcome back. And we were running out of fuel. In fact, we had run out of fuel several times. Thankfully, we were hooked onto an asteroid, so we could use the ISRU, the in situ resource utilization, to be able to produce ourselves just a little bit more fuel. And after several minutes of trying, we managed to get enough Delta V in the tank to be able to get this thing in a nice little captured orbit. It's cool, it's round. Look, there's another one. I don't know where that one came from. Oh, is it actually going to... Look, there's another one there as well. There's a lot of asteroids around at the moment. I'm not... Class I, Gargant. I have... What? I've never seen one of those before. I don't think I'm going to be able to stop it, but wow. It's not actually encountering kerbin at any point. We'll terminate that for now. Don't worry. We're going to go in. We're going to have a look at the Roid Capture E. So, Twitchi. Hello, Sparks. My advice to do the star thing or this on Discord. Oh no! I throw out the little emotes. That's fine. That's no problem. So we've got this thing. You might notice that the rock is much bigger than the asteroid. Yes, indeed. Fel Magfa, how are you doing? Welcome. I don't know if you saw my pic. From Tremaine in the main lobby of Discord, but you managed to make it to Jewel. You made it to Jewel. Woo! I didn't actually see the pic. Where was that? It's rare for me to miss something like that. I went all the way back to last. Maybe it was in the KSP talk. That might be the thing. Blah, 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 blah. Let's have a look. You made. Oh yes, you did make it to Jewel. Cool, awesome. Amazing. So I'm a little bit like on. I don't want to say on edge at the moment. I'm a little bit hyped at the moment. I have just spent. I'm a student. I'm not used to doing things all day, and I've spent from the moment I wake up to like just now working on paperwork. It's been a very trying time, indeed. I'm going to point normal because that will manage to keep these solar panels pointed towards the big Bernie thing over there. That thing. That's cool. We need to try and get Manhag coffee. I mean, I've got two teas here. You feel accomplished? Good. Cool. Today I have been doing a whole bunch of paperwork to do with. I've got a telescope proposal coming up. There's this network of observatories called La Combre, something like that. It's Spanish, and I can't speak Spanish. They're all over the place. They got a telescope in Hawaii, one in Texas, one in Tenerife. There's one being built in China. There's South Africa and Australia, and I think there's probably more as well. And I had to write my paperwork to be like, hey, could I please use one of your telescopes? I want to study this planetary nebula. I've been talking to you a lot about planetary nebula recently, and that is the reason why. We are producing liquid fuel as we are speaking here. I mean, it's great, but it's not really where we want to go. So we're going to find out exactly where it is we do want to go. I'm going to shift my focus over to Kerbin. Kerbin. There we go. Single seat, fine, whatever. We got to get up and capture this single seat at some point. Maybe we'll do that whilst we're waiting for the asteroid to do its thing. Single seat, of course, was a return craft from the moon. We ran out of fuel. Seems to be a recurring little thing that we do. We ran out of fuel, so we dumped them off and sent another craft up to go and pick them up. It was great fun, actually. It really was. I really enjoyed it. But we've now just got this little bit of stuff there. Anyway, what I was trying to do was to come into here and be like, where are we trying to go, yo? Is it this one, Casino Connector Royale? I think I just need to change this to Casino Royale. You know what? Let's switch to it. Let's go and have a look. Rover in space. We've got some rovers in space, actually. We've got a lot of rovers in space. So how's it? That's how my day's been going. How's everybody else's day's been going? I hope you're good. How are the video watchers out there? I hope you're good. I won't know for like a little while, but I hope you are good. Where do you reckon we need to click on this to go, hey, can you change the name of this vessel? Can we do it here anyway? We can't do it here. Maybe in here, if we open that and we like aim the camera and we zoom right in, you can see there's a little probe core in there, and from there we can go rename vessel. All right, we don't want the connector. We want Casino Royale. It's a station. Thank you very much. All right. Now we actually have this set up as we want it to be. I also noticed that we've got some other things around here. There's the dart probe. I wonder whether the dart probe has picked up enough fuel or anything like that at the moment. Good. Hey, I remember this. I don't know what you remember. Cool. Currently going to build another space station. The space stations are great. I should really put one around another. Wow. Oh, do it. What do you reckon, guys? Do we just cancel this? Do we go pick it up? I think we might go pick it up. And then what else we got? We've got a lot of things in this similar orbit. Random, please use. I think this is something that actually has the capability to go and get another asteroid, but is unfortunately just kind of floating free. Oh, loading back and forth. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. This is ready to go and pick up another asteroid at some point. Maybe we'll send it to go and help the other asteroid that we are currently stuck upon. Do we have? Let's have a look up here. We've got everything we could possibly need. We do indeed have everything we could possibly need. Okay, we'll go and get another craft with that at some point. I don't think we need to label that as anything. An engineer knows best. Do they? The Kesler sit. You know what, Felmac? I think that's actually what I want to rename this stream to. Not this stream, but the series that we're creating here. I think that's what we need to call it. The Orbit Cube. Yeah, there's always good things in orbit. What's this? Engineer knows. I bet you're out of power, right? Let's up here. No, we've got power. Okay, this is good. There's no engineer on board. Do we have the ability to? Yes, we do. Control this and do what we need to do. Okay, That's actually pretty cool. So we'll send this off to go pick up some other stuff at some point. Can we go surface normal? Look at that, beautiful. We got anything on board? Nothing on board at the moment, but that's fine. This is a nice little ship that we could just send around to go and pick up stuff and do a variety of things. Anyway, so with all that in mind, we want to try and get this vessel over here. Let's switch to that one. And we need to go and get it to meet up with the Casino Royale. Nice and easy. The Casino Royale was the first rocket of yours. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. You've been with us for a while then. We've had a variety of different crafts out and about doing all sorts of wonderful things. Okay, what I'm trying to do here is to come out, zoom back in on Kerbin, but I'm not going to do that way. We're going to press tab and go through the full list of craft like this, and then somewhere, here's my station, I want to set that as my target. Alright, thank you very much. Where is, oh look at this, we're almost ready to start thinking about how to turn this. So 106 degrees, wow, that's pretty much turn around and go the other way. Ooh, 106. Okay. I mean, which way are we going? That way? Is that any better? If I pull this back in, what have we got? 73 minus 73. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we do it like this. I'm sure it will give me minus 20, minus 8, 3. Oh, there it was. I'll take a 1. Now the real question is, in 4 days' time, will I make enough fuel to be able to make this maneuver? I kind of doubt it. How do I also slow down now that I'm like here? I would like to bring this down to the correct orbit. I'm not sure how to do it. Okay, so it's sending node 12. We're gonna just keep playing around with it until we get the right sort of idea here, which I think these two are the ones that I want. I don't know whether you guys think these descending and ascending nodes swinging around in the way that they are is a good thing. I think it is. It means that I am in control mostly of where this rocket is going. Or what, have I gone too far? Ooh, hello moon. Oh, we could save ourselves a lot of fuel by using the moon, couldn't we? But I don't think we're going to. I think that would actually end up with me just crashing this into the moon. And I don't know about you, I spent a long time trying to. Ooh, there we go. That's pretty good. Should we do this maneuver and try our best to make it happen. Now, the problem with this is, we'll come back. The problem with this is that this is a very, very small craft compared to the size of this this asteroid here. So it's going to take us a while, even at full lock. If I turn this one off, look at this. Look at the full lock that I'm under. Oh, Tremaine already needs to go. Your dad wants to have you a bath. Yeah, I mean, everybody could do with a bath at some point or other, right? I could probably do with one right now, to be fair. We see you do KSP things while you're doing KSP things. That's a good idea. Are you not making fuel? We are making fuel. It's just taking a while. And I've got a feeling the direction that I'm going is going to end up with me pointing in the wrong direction. Look at it. Look at it. Is this actually what we want? Have we stopped making power yet? Look at this. The energy flow. Oh, it's kind of climbing. It's kind of climbing. I mean, I'll take that. I'll take that. We're definitely making more power than we're consuming, so that's pretty good. I do want to make my way over there. I mean, we could just put a little bit of RCS into it, but oh man, that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, bath schedules are how you make sure they happen, right? Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if there's anything else we need to do whilst this thing just kind of turns around and tries to look in the right direction. Burn time 5 seconds. Are we even going to have 5 seconds of fuel by the time we get there? It is 4 days to wait though, so I don't think that's the biggest trouble. Can we please look at me pitching up? Look at me pitching up. Was that the last of my monoprop? Okay, well there we go. I suppose I could make more monoprop. That will be fine. But I just want to point over towards this blue bit. This blue bit. Maybe we need to send the engineer knows best over here. Unfortunately, it doesn't actually have an engineer in it at the moment. Maybe what we'll do is we'll send a tiny vessel up to the engineer that knows best. Put an engineer in that craft, or maybe we'll send the engineer knows best back to Kerbin to do so, and then come up here with a whole bunch of what's the word I'm looking for? RCS, not RCS, SAS, to be able to turn this a bit more. I got to pick with a British YouTuber like me. There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us. Physical time warp indeed. And hello, Landstrider. How you doing, mate? How are you doing? We've got this giant rock, and we need to move it somewhere. We need to move it to the other asteroids, right? Unfortunately, I have just discovered that this is not the way to do it. This is just not the way. We're going to click normal. I'm going to just kind of let it steer, and hopefully it's going to steer back before we run out of fuel, power, whatever it is we're using here. I should have put a whole bunch of SAS on there. You are incredibly early. That's good. That's good. I'm all about it. I'm just hoping that we can get 5 seconds worth of fuel in 4 days. I mean, we should. We should, right? I'm going to turn my way around here. I think I'll jump forwards an arbitrary 4 hours. Like I pick 4 hours because 4 days, sorry. And then we'll just try and have a full fuel tank by then, hopefully. Check Twitchi, can we all pray for your PC and hope it does not blue screen? I mean, I can hope that it doesn't blue screen if you like. I am a famous atheist, though. So, well, I mean, I'm not famous, but it's well known that I'm not a big believer. But you know, I'll be there. I've got my fingers crossed. I can wish for the random cosmic rays to come along and hit your processor in just the right way to keep it moving forwards. How about that? Is that good? Is that good for you? So we're going to move from here to there. Is it from here to there, or are we going around the other way? You know what? Let me slow this down. Let's find out. 1, 2, 3. I don't know about you, but I can't actually see it move. Faster. Okay, it is going towards it. Okay, that's good. Why is my my power going up and down? I don't know. I think I'm all right with it though. I think I'm okay with it. Let's jump up. Are we going to make enough fuel to even move a little bit of the ship across? 3 hours to go. I mean, look at that. We're just not going to have the burn that we want to do, unfortunately. I'm going to do as much as I can do, obviously. I mean, what else am I going to be doing? Hey, Roosh. Hello, Space Nerds. Indeed, Space Nerds. So I was looking up the Astro Nerd earlier for some other reasons. But let me warn you. let me warn you. If you're just looking for Astro Nerd, which is a blogger that goes around and does a whole bunch of space stuff, don't put the Astro Nerd in, because it turns out that's an astrologer. So that's a thing. So how are all the space nerds today? What's going on in space this week? Can anybody let me know? I have been out of touch this week because I have been, are you ready for this? Detecting exoplanets. Right? I've been doing some other stuff. So as well as this planetary nebula and stuff like that I've been doing. And unfortunately, it's not like, it is very exciting, don't get me wrong. It is like, oh my gosh, what a great thing to be doing. But at the same time, it's kind of boring. Kind of boring. You just like put a whole bunch of data on the screen and go, yeah, that's good enough. So 106. Is it quicker to actually go this way? Oh wait, we I don't know. If we do this, bring it down. Am I now like 180 degree? Yeah, we can't go that way at all. So let's clear that out. I'm just gonna have to burn in this direction and hope that it's a thing that we can do. We've got a bit of a minus as well, so let's add that maneuver. Let's which way did I say we want to go? Was it this way? 160. No, it was not that way. We go this way and then we pull in a little bit. It already says that it's more fuel than I can actually spend. Like, what is this? And the majority of what I wanted to do was just turn and no. So when we go around, we're gonna have to find another way of getting some stuff up there. I've made a list. The title, things to do maybe to affirm the value of humanity. I mean, dude, you can only find that from deep within yourself. But yeah, cool. Things to do to value. So I'm kind of in the middle of one of them right now. All right, so I've said many times, I have led a life of excess and hedonism. It's been great. I've had a wonderful time, right? But there have been a few regrets in my life to do with, let's call it failed potential, right? As you might be able to tell from my manic talk about all the various astrophysics stuff and stuff like that I do, I have the capabilities to apply myself and be a net good in the world. Whether that be like discovering a new thing or like a doctor was on the cards once upon a time. And those are kind of my only regrets, that I haven't taken advantage of the you know, quite excessive abilities that I've been given. So yeah, that's number one. That's number one. Definitely like get to uni, pass. But more importantly, I'm not just here at uni to be at uni. I'm here at uni to help push back the bounds of human knowledge, which, I don't know, maybe it's a bit too high and mighty to be like, oh yeah, well, you know, I'm definitely here to do so. But yeah, that's the one. Needs to turn a corner and try and decide your new direction. Yes, buddy, yes. I mean, I recommend every year people have that little like moment, you know. I mean, set aside your birthday or something. Maybe not your birthday. You're supposed to be having fun on your birthday. But set aside a moment to be like, am I doing all that I could be doing to make me happy with what I'm doing? Not so much just to be happy, but like to be happy with what you're doing. Because like, we can all sit around and do nothing. It's the easiest thing in the world just to sit there and let whatever systems the rest of humanity have put in place to look after you. And it is great. You go off, you do whatever you want, and I loved it. Yeah. This was a simple chaos tree. We can talk both simple and serious. I mean, what about you, Spark? What would you do to bring net positive? Why are we spinning? Why are we spinning? I can't. Let's just go back to normal. I don't seem to be able to control the direction I'm looking. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I don't think a few seconds are gonna matter all that much. We're gonna target the center of this. Yeah, okay, we're just not quite right there. Let's retract the drills. I'm going to retract all these drills. We're going to try and figure out how to point ourselves in a better direction. Retract the drills. Okay, cool. Let's do that one. As long as I'm not pointing out of the sun yet. You're 14. Your brain is not as brain as yellow. I mean, you can think about what you want to do to bring some net good to the world, even if it's just like make your mum some dinner at some point. You know, like that's She'd really appreciate that. Free that pivot. Let's see what we can do about... Ooh, yeah. Oh, look at this. It's almost already there. I think I locked it on the wrong side. Like that? Does that look better? I don't know. It looks like it could be better. Looks like it could be better. Still not quite looking in the direction I want to look in. It's a bit more radial going on than I'd like, you know? I mean, we are still dropping the values that I want to drop. But it's just not going in the right direction. Just not. Okay, so we need to think about how we can move this around just a little bit more efficiently. We have got half an orbit to try and get up here, you know, to be on the other side of the orbit, right, where the other descending or ascending node is. So we can get up here. Why are there more coming through? Wow. This one's like giant as well. I mean, wow. Anyway. I've got to try and figure out how to bring this guy down and a little bit more in control. I think what we're going to do... I don't know, do we just want a bunch of RCS? Do we send it... Okay, alright, let's go to the map. You know how I was like, we're not sure what we're going to do with the engineer nodes best? Well, I'm going to take it home. Yeah, okay, just to like make myself feel a little bit better about the amount of stuff we've got in orbit, we're going to take it home. That's the Dart Pro. Just a little square cube. Just a little square cube. Switch to. We're going to bring this one back, and then we're going to put an actual engineer on board, and we're going to get them to be going up there to hook a whole bunch of, ideally, just RCS equipment. Like, just doing that would be great. So let's point retrograde. I mean, there's not really a need to bring... Wait a minute. This doesn't have any parachutes on it. Okay, well, remind me of that when we get round to making a new craft. We're going to try and land it propulsively then, I suppose. I wouldn't hold your breath about how well this is going to go. My propulsive landing track record is not the best, so we'll see what we can do. I mean, we've got a lot of Delta V, so like if this was the moon, it wouldn't be a problem. But it's not the moon, so I think we're going to have some problems. And it's going to happen on the night time, on the night side. Let's just try and land there. Yeah, let's just try and land there. Open a DMP server for DB Armory. There's a mod that promises compatibility. Yeah, there's been a mod that, as far as I'm aware, the only mod that ever worked got immediately dropped by the person, by the developer, and broke the next version. Should add shoots to your standard control unit, dude. Actually, I do. It's just this doesn't have the standard control unit. That is very smart. But Felmagfa, if it works, let me know. Because every time I've gone to look in the past, like 10 years or so, it's not worked. So, yeah, if it works, I would love to. I can't cook. I mean, like, the cooking, you just warm stuff up, man. You just warm stuff up, you can do it. The brown vegetable that I can't type because you forgot. Also can cook Mr. Noodles. I mean, Noodles is good. I am now going to search up the vegetable. I'm guessing potatoes. Let's have a look. No, English doesn't know. Okay, fair enough. What's a good name for your new save? Smashing space rocks. I mean, what are you going to do in your save? That's kind of a question there, right? What do you want to do in your save? Potatoes. All right, great. That's good. That's good. Okay, here we go. Coming into the atmosphere. I mean, are we gonna crash stuff? Are we gonna crash stuff? So yeah, I've been let's retract these. I've been discovering exoplanets. I mean, I say I'm discovering exoplanets. I've been confirming exoplanets this week. Literally just the thing that I came back from before sorting out stream. Well, I mean, I went for a KFC first. I suppose that does kind of need to be mentioned, but I was playing around with a bunch of software that basically works like Photoshop, where you take photos of the sky, telescope data, and you can use that to get like how many photons hit the camera at any one moment, right? And I've been trying to use that to find out whether stars that we think have planets around them have planets around them. You just need someone to go, yeah, that's good. That's just the thing. That's the way science works. You can't just have one person saying something. You got to have at least more than one person saying something. The thing that struck me as odd about it, I don't know about odd. Like now at this point in my education, it's kind of yes, of course, But the thing that I think you guys would find odd about it is the fact that you can't just look at that particular star. You need to be looking at that star and the ones around it, because you don't know whether the telescope, or rather the camera, that's the important bit, the camera at the back of the telescope, is doing the same thing one day as it did the next day. Or indeed, as I'm working, the same thing from 1 minute to the next minute, because the observation data I've got is all in one night. But the variety of like dips up and down that the camera did was ridiculous. So we looked at the star where we thought there were planets, and then we had to pick 3 other stars where we were like, yeah, we don't think there's planets there, so they should be constant, right? So, and then you use how bright they are as a calibration. And yeah, that just struck me as weird, because you'd think we would make instruments good enough to just point at a thing and go, yes, this many photons came in. It's crazy the variability. They teach you all these things in science. They teach you all these equations, and I don't know how to word it. Teach you the proper way that things are supposed to be. The ideal case, if you will. If friction wasn't a thing, that's how it would exist, right? If you're rolling a ball down a hill or whatever. But of course, that's not the real world. The real world is horrific, with like wobbles everywhere and things jumping up and down, and the atmosphere. Do you know how bad our atmosphere is? Like without it, we couldn't breathe, right? But trying to look through it, man, it's terrible. It's terrible. I'm gonna allow that particular message. That's good. Are we on our way back up? I feel like we're on our way back up. Are we not going home today? Oh, we're going around again. Oh, I don't want to go around again. I don't know if I can stop now, whether we'd actually have the fuel. It looks like we're going to land on the other side of the planet. All right, let's wait until we're in daylight, right? That seems like a winner. That seems like a winner. I've just noticed that Discord is saying my title of my stream. What is this? Wow, that's okay. Fair enough. I thought it used to just say KSP, but now it's streaming, wrangling a big one, which is my life, Okay, let's try and. I mean, we could go up, we could come down. I don't know whether I want to try and speed this up through any means other than time accelerate. We're just going to hit time accelerate and see what happens. Let's also have a look. We've got a Moho 2 craft waiting to go. Roy D is refueling in 10 days. That's all right. We're going to try and like short circuit that particular process there. We're going to try and make it faster. Maybe we can even do our best to send up another ISRU. Yeah, maybe. How about we just send a whole bunch of units that do nothing but try and make fuel? I think that might be a winner. Yeah, let's try that. Because the asteroid that we're connected to at the moment, very big. It's very big, and I'm not sure that we actually have any capabilities to be able to move it with the craft that we've got. I mean, we've got some capabilities, but they're not ideal. They're not ideal. Wow, look at us all the way up here. This looks like a nice easy river to start racing in. Look at that. Okay, that's cool. And then it empties out over here. I do wish Kerbal was a bit better at its river. Like look at that lump of ground there, and I know there's more stuff there and over there. They've kind of just gone with the standard system of being like, at this level, everything below it is water. You know, and I understand why this is not an ecology simulation. This is a space simulation. But I mean, most people who know about space know that that's not right? You know, that might be how the ocean works. That river is pretty large. It is huge. It is huge to be able to see it from up here. But this delta, I like that delta. That's very much. There are some larger. We're not going to be able to see them because they're on the other side. But there are some larger rivers than that one. Wow, look at that. We should go and check this bit out here. Look, there seems to be a river going through the mountains. I don't think I've ever done that. I don't think I've ever done that. Can we go any faster than we are right now? Only by using physics time warp. And, you know, ×4 is nice, but look at the red light. Look at the red light. I've got a feeling there are problems with this. You like skinny big rivers, lol. fair enough. Fair enough. I'm a bit more of a length man myself, you know. I like... no, I like a bit of width, should we say? A bit of breathing room, especially when you're doing like racing challenges. I don't know if you Bradley Winstons. I can't remember how to say his name. He did a race down a river, and he was like, "Oh, you can't go above." I think it was 400 meters on the nav ball. Above sea level, and like he chose quite a wide river for that one. That was nice. That was very nice to try and fly up and down. Wow, look at the landforms we've got around here. This is great. This is great. I kind of wish there was a bit more you could do with some of the land, right? I also, you know how we've got... this wouldn't work with all the different... skyboxes that we're allowed to put in and stuff, but I kind of wish we could do things like mount a telescope and then look at a star for a certain amount of time and get some information about it. There's like, it would have no impact on you whatsoever gameplay wise, because it would be like 100 light years away and would take your spaceship more time than your computer could simulate, even if you whacked it all the way up, right? Like, that's fine. I'm willing to accept that, but it'd be nice to be able to watch a pixel on my skybox and see it like change from day to day and make some inferences about that. It could be completely random data. Like, you know, the KSP community would project what they want on top of that data, right? We'd see a little dip somewhere. And it would just be a random, you know, a random call, and it drops down. But the player would be like, "Ooh, might be a planet." You like big boats or big ships for a big river? I mean, I wouldn't mind. Like, I think Kerbal needs to work on the way that ships cross the river. Oh yeah, like not even every dot. You would literally need every pixel, right? Like forming a supernova in the sky. Exactly. You guys are on board. That's it. Well, you've got the idea anyway, even if you might not think that it's feasible. And that's fine. You know, it very well might not be feasible. I am not going to be able to land propulsively on these mountains that are in front of me here. I mean, we're going to try. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to try and save as much of this equipment as possible. But yeah, I'm not holding my breath here. I wouldn't recommend that you guys do either. One of the things I am a little bit worried about is my dropping amount of electric charge, and I can't do anything about it because we're currently in plasma blackout. And if we can't get control, we're gonna... Oh, it's gonna just crash anyway. Even if I can get the SAS off, that would like stop the spin like draining, because at the moment the SAS is trying to stop this spin and it can't. Oh well, I mean we got a little pretty little fireball. You guys like pretty fireballs, right? That's pretty much all we're gonna get out of this one. That's pretty much all. Oh, can we? Pressing T. Yes. Turned it off. Yeah, move it less. Okay, that's good. I don't know whether I'm gonna be able to click. How about if I do press that? And then, whoa, no. Oh. Is this bad? I don't know. I don't actually know. If we go to locked camera mode, sorry for a moment. Okay, we're going around. Oh, look at it wobble! I'm just gonna extend this solar panel. Yeah, I thought it'd be broken the moment I did it out. Okay, well, I mean that's cool, and we're back. Sorry for anyone that got a bit weird off of that. That's not my intention at all. I mean, as we get closer to the floor, I'm just counting down the moments before I turn my engine on and we see what happens. You know what, I might just... Yeah, we got power. What if I do this? Press radial out and radial out and then turn my engine on. Well, I mean, it's not the worst. Maybe if I drop the... Oh, I've got a feeling these are going to explode, but here we go. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, you know what? That's okay. Kind of, we got some weird frame rate things. Did you guys see that? Like, as this spun up, it synced up with stuff. Oh, I'm not sure. Radial out, go. I mean, we might hit the ground at less than 100 meters per second. That would be good, right? Oh, have we got... What is this? Control. 2, 1. Whoop. I don't want to go up. I don't want to go up. And we're going to hit retrograde, and we're just going to hope. Oh, I might drop them. Okay. If I can save nothing more than the claw on top, I will be happy. Oh, it's getting pretty extreme. Well, it was something. Hey! That was... What a roller coaster. Oh, I love that. That was great. That was amazing. But yeah, I actually feel like in a space game, there should be more information on the skybox, right? We're looking out at the skybox all the time. All the time. Even if they make it so we can't change the skybox, or if they were like, look, if you're going to change the skybox, you got to like put in the data as well. I mean, as a mathematician, it's not hard to come up with some weird equation that gives you a nice curve. All right, you just make it bound and give it a repeating signature, and boom, you know. I'm a mathematician. I'm a physicist, but man, do we deal in maths? Oh, do we ever? Let me tell you about the Planck function. Oh my god! It starts off really low on the right hand side, right, and it comes along as it gets closer to the left. It goes up and makes a little bump and comes back down. You might have seen like sun spectra. Let me know solar spectra. Let's see if I can like steal a... Yeah, that's exactly the one I was thinking of. Let's just like save image. It's just gonna steal it as something. Here comes the moment of the stream where I just steal stuff. Oh, well, that's a bit big. Let me just shrink that down. And man, let me tell you, the equation for just this shape, it's got like e's in it and all sorts. There's like, can I find Planck curve? I'll just read this out to you because I don't. Oh man, no one should ever have to try it. Okay, so the flux equals 2h bar v cubed over c squared times 1 over the exponential of h bar v kbt. All right, I know that makes no sense. It made no sense for me when I was learning it either. Don't worry about that. Oh, that's not where I want to be. But like that's the kind of stuff you got to be able to just be like, oh yeah, so that you can any random data that I get, like say I don't know, the amount the tree's leaves rustled in an hour, right? It would make this wiggly data, right? It would make this wiggly thing. And to be able to do any sort of analysis on that, I've got to be able to turn that into what we call a function. You know, you put in your x and it tells you what the y is. And it doesn't need to be perfect. You know, the big word when you're in physics is approximation. You know, everything is approximate. I'm just going to go ahead and put some parachutes on this thing while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, as long as it's close, it works out. You know, you can do your analysis, you can find out what the peak value is and stuff like that. Do I just want 2 of these? I feel like we'll go with 4. We'll go with 4. Drogue shoots for the win, right? Okay, this is looking better. Look, this thing had a bunch of parachutes. I was thinking about parachutes at some point. And my point is, a lot of those are actually quite simple. I don't know why I chose the Planck formula to tell you. Normally you're just like, yeah, sine x or sine 2x or something like that, and it works well enough for the bit that you're looking at. Spitz yeah, I mean, you know me. You know me. Alright, so we're going to save this and then we're going to scrub it, because what I actually want to do is ISRU dump. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're just going to have like loads of these connected up to big old claws, and they're just going to... Oh, an external mounted camera. I forgot all about that. Look, it even shows you where it can see. Maybe we'll make use of that somewhere. Is this part of KOS, Kerbal Operating System? I think it might be. I'm not allowed to attach this to that. Ooh, not happy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into it and get the 2-meter control assembly here. Okay, I think that's probably the ideal way to make this. It's got itself a control unit. It's got itself a little bit of fuel if need be, batteries, etc. Solar panels. You never know. It's not KOS. Is it actually just stock? I mean, that would be great. Not played with it. Never played with it. Boom, boom. We'll put that there, and then we put this on top as well. Wait. Where's the thing I'm looking for? There we go. This on top as well. I also... I mean, like, how good does that look? Yeah, no. Oh, not so good. I only have orange or white. Okay, I mean, I guess we'll go orange or black. Sorry. I guess we'll have the darker one, and then does this have RCS upon it? If I was to pull this one up here, electric liquid oxidizer, it doesn't look like there's any RCS on board. So how is it going to fly its way into the actual asteroid? Because that's what I want. I want to be able to launch 4 of these on a spacecraft, send it up to the asteroid, and then do nothing but produced fuel for the rocket that we've got on board of it. I think that might be a way. Maybe even bring another rocket with it. I don't know. We'll see what's going on. So somehow I need to figure out one of these. No, one of these. Okay, there we go. And now we should be able to put like these. The big thruster blocks. They look like the big thruster blocks. Put those there. Ooh, too many. Put those there. And I want to have the orthogonal 5-horn. Orthogonal is a big word in my life as well. Everything is like either orthogonal and parallel to each other. Even things that you wouldn't know how to make sense of it being orthogonal. You know, like how is sine s and two sine s like orthogonal to each other? I don't know. I actually don't know. You just work through a bit of maths, and out the end spits either a 1 or 0, and that lets you know. There's a lot of that in my life at the moment, where I'm just like, trust the maths, particularly, would you believe it, in quantum, because nobody knows what the maths does. So you know how I was saying, like, to make any sense of the data that we get, we have to fit a maths function to it, right? Or a math function, however you want to call it. That's the entirety of quantum mechanics, right? All they've done is taken a whole bunch of data from the real world and looked through their great big stash of mathematical knowledge to find a form that fits, right? And is that where I want this? I don't think that is where I want this. I don't know how to attach this to other things. I'm not going to send 4 individual rockets up like this. Or am I? No, I'm not. I was umming there. I was umming for a moment. I mean, the other thing is we can't put it in one of these. Well, this might be a bit bigger than I thought it was. Maybe we will just send them up individually. Ooh, suddenly I'm shaken. Suddenly I am shaken. Not very stirred though. Okay, how much? 23. How much do you reckon it's going to cost to put this up? Yeah, so and that's why they say nobody really understands what's going on in quantum dynamics, because quantum mechanics, because literally nobody does. All they do is took the numbers, added on like the mathematical approximations, and went, that's good enough, and then told us not to bother asking questions afterwards. Like that's the Copenhagen interpretation. Niels Bohr and people like that. You might have heard of Heisenberg. I'm sure you've heard of Heisenberg. That was his point of view. I don't... I really want to be able to send more than one of these up at once, but I'm not sure how to make that even a thing. I mean, we could... I'm very close to doing this. Look, we'll go reroute from... What was it I put down first? This to the stack separator. Grab another one of those. Turn it around. And then somehow figure out how to mount a rocket around that. But I don't think that's going to make it everywhere I need to go. Because we got a long way to go, right? We got a long way to go. Let's try it though. Let's try. What is holding me back other than fear? I mean, I'm not a man to fall prey to fear. So let's. If I take this off and take this off, I want to make sure that all my decouplers are only attached to that, right? I don't want to be having to try and figure out other ways of doing it. I don't like that. We're gonna offset these by 45 degrees. It's probably gonna make my life incredibly difficult as life goes on, but we can't interfere with these RCS horns. Money, well, we're at 2 mil. We're alright. And hopefully by the time we get all of the craft together, the space casino. I hope we get a lot of money for this. I don't even know how much I'm getting for it anymore. Space casino, don't really tell me. I just need to get that last asteroid in place. And we'll do it. So I'm thinking some of these big ones. I'm a little bit worried that we're going to end up with a very inefficient system with lots of engines when we just want lots of fuel tanks, you know? But that's what I'm here for. We're here to try the crazy things. Why won't this line up nicely with this adapter? Or has it, and I'm just looking at it funny. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. Now, the Bohr engine, where is it? Over. Twin Bohr. I know you're here somewhere. That one. There we go. Let's have a look at the 300 ISP and 2000 thrust, as opposed to the main sail. That's not the main sail. This is the main sail. 301. 1500. Okay. So somehow we should get the mainsail under here. I don't know whether that's going to work or not. And then have twin bores on the outside. I really want to try and bring these down to a single point. I don't know whether this is going to work, but we're going to try it anyway. Bring these down to a single point and have the mainsail on the underside there. Like I say, I'm not expecting wonders from this, but I mean, who am I if not the experimenter in this game? Hey, who am I? Something does that look like foot? No, it does not. Like that. Okay, that's cool. And then I'm going to bring down not one of that long, one this long. All right, maybe I'm going to bring thinky like that. And then somehow I need to get an engine plate on the middle of this. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that though. I want like a, one of those 4-way adapters. I don't think I've got access to them at the. Ooh, I kind of do, but it's not nice. I want to know if there's a way of starting from this and building back up. craziness that I'm trying here. Okay, alright, I think I've got an idea. It took me a second to figure it out, but I think we're going to go with one of these. I need somewhere roughly middle to attach this to. Of course, there is nothing on here to do. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know about this, but I might try it anyway. Engine plate, bring it down. Ooh, it's working! It's working. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Let's do this with, because we're gonna need booster rockets on here. Let's not be kidding ourselves. But mainsail. Oh yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. Structural. One of the. It's not going to attach to that side because we've used that side to attach to the rock. Ooh. I mean, I could. Ooh. We can almost do it. I think I'm just going to leave it looking pretty bare like that, and we'll see what we can do about it later on. I'm not even sure if this is going to work yet, so yeah, we'll work with it. We'll see what happens, how it works. That's pretty nice, and then we want some fuel line from here to here. Yeah. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. Let's get this one. Wait. Disable staging, heaviest part. Nice. Okay, there we go. We've got some auto struts on the go. I think we also want these to be auto strut to parent. Is that a thing I can do? Rigid attachment. Oh, what does rigid attachment do? Okay, funny looking rocket. It is a funny looking rocket. I'm happy to have a funny looking rocket though. I think this is good. Look, we're already at 4,000 Delta V's. It can't lift itself off the pad, but we're already at 4,000 Delta V, which is roughly what I wanted, right? That's cool. That's cool. I don't know why I've given this. If we open this up, it's got fuel tanks in here, but no way of doing anything about that. How about if we I'm sure this will be totally appropriate. Get some of these tiny Twitch fuel engines, liquid fueled engines, and pop them there. I kind of want to offset them a little bit, but for like that, and then ideally, yes, put them. Oh no, that's on the engine itself. There and there. I think we've done better. Let's line these up. Oh, no, I want it under the orthogonals, right? Like that, and then we pull this one here and pull this one here. Okay, great. You hate KSP? I love KSP. Rigid attachments makes connection on clip parts. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've never played it. It's a thing that I've seen around a few times, but I've never actually full on played with it. So what do we want on the top here? A bit more fuel or just some sort of cap? I think we're gonna go with. You see how we got this like what's the word I'm looking for here? How we've got this sort of strange arrangement. Because I like the look. I mean, we're gonna take those off. Yeah, look at that. That's a rocket, guys. I don't know if you're aware, but that's a rocket. We got lots of tiny engines. That's fine. I might want to put these tiny engines in their own little stage, and then pop them above everything else. Got to think about staging as I go here because this is gonna get complicated pretty quickly. Okay, that lets all of that go. I don't know whether we're going to bring these. Oh, I've got to be able to bring these back, right? That's a must. Let's take those off of there. Let's use the Mark 1 controls. Can I please? Thank you. And then swap this back over. Like so. All right, cool. They now have their own control with solar panels pointed in all directions. Ish. That's good. Oh, that's one good drink there. That was one good drink. Okay, is there anything here that is a bit weird? So I think what we want, maybe disable the fuel lines down below, and then, as I've been doing elsewhere, we're going to put tiny fuel engines here, because that's totally not. I mean, it might actually be in line. It might actually be in line. How about if we go actually. it's not going to know how to do it, is it? I was going to try and copy out a little bit more, but do they look level to you? They look level to you. I feel like if we do this and go snap to grid absolute, thank you, we'll pull that like... That's not very nice, is it? They've pulled it off of the engine. I'm going to pull that back. Go once again to absolute. No, not absolute. Give it a little... Oh, that's not what I wanted to touch. It was this one, thanks. And that's gone inside the engine. Interesting. But that should now be better. I definitely am seeing problems here, but that's fine. That's fine. We should be able to point these where we need to go. Should is a big word here, but we'll make do. Just thinking about other things we're going to need just to even make this particular piece work. I haven't even begun to think about how we're going to get... Yeah, that's good. All the engines turn on when these pop. I haven't even begun to think about how we're going to get these home yet. The boosters. The boosters are what I'm trying to say, but I'm thinking about other things, so I say the things that I'm thinking about, which is rubbish. Okay, let's make sure all of these... Because I wouldn't mind these parachutes firing when we drop the boosters, right? Okay, all right, this is good. Let's think about how we're now going to make this be able to lift off the face of the planet, because, like, look, the 0.6 to weight ratio is not... It's not a doer. It's not, I don't think even on the moon, maybe on the moon it would be all right. The way that I'm going to do it, of course, is with the Bohr engines. We've already found out that they're like hugely overpowered compared to the mainsail, but how we're actually going to attach them and give them... I love these hard points. Let's use the hard points. Oh, look at that. I mean, it's not big enough, unfortunately, but it looks good. How about from here? Do you reckon we can turn it upside down? Would that look all right? As soon as I find the right button. That one? Yeah. I mean, it's not horrific. It's not great, but it's not horrific. No, is it great? I think it might be great. The greatest move I have ever moved. I mean, maybe. I'm going to move this down. Yeah, I like it. I think I like it. How are you guys feeling about that? Hey, MTL. I saw you released a video, but I haven't watched the video. How was your video? Like that, and then maybe go orange. Can we change the color of this? We can't change the color of that. I kind of want the fuel line to be on the outside, because that's the important thing, right? Making sure my fuel lines are lined up the way that I want them to. Let's go back to this one. Yeah, I like it. We'll go with it. We'll go with it. You can always tell when I'm in an R in there. I'm like, great noises, great noises. I like this almost Soyuz style pitch-in thing here. Let's just use a whole bunch of adapters to... Oh, yeah, that one. To create a weird shape. No, let's not. It's good, though. It's good. Oh, this one? Oh, it could go from that down. Ooh. And then... Actually, we're going to want this. Is this a 1.5? We'll find out. We'll find out. Because what I want to do is put... Not science. So we should probably think about science. We're going to put this on here. Yes. Okay. All the engines fire at once. There we go. That drop... What? No, that's actually right. That's good. That's good. Then the hard point fires. The parachutes fire. I'm wondering whether we want to put Mark 1 control units on here as well, just in case we're actually able to save the entire unit. Okay, that's looking good. Where are these? Oh my gosh, they're all the way up here. Let's move this one down to there, and then this one down to here. This is where we want stage 2. All right, cool. And we click somewhere else and other things open and close. We could just be rid of all that. That'd be great. Okay, this is something. Let's have a look at our Delta V. 4,900. Is that enough? 1.6 to get us off the pad. But is it enough delta V to get us out to the rocket? That not to the rocket, to the asteroid. That's the question I've got right now. Or do we go for some solids? I think we might go for some solid boosters on here as well. I tell you what I do want to do. I want to have some fuel lines coming in from these guys to the central core, and that will save us a bit of fuel on the way. I think this is fine. I'd really like to have some sort of structure going from here up. So, you know what? If I want to have it, let's have it. I'm going to go from here up to... Do we want to go spiral or crisscross? What do you... Oh, I pressed the Windows key, not the Alt key. Good work, Twitchy. Good work. Pop that there. Pop this here. Something like that. Or we grab this and go like 1 over, and then we grab this and go like 1 over. Or that. Which one looks better? I think the crisscross. Is better. So we'll get rid of that and we'll reset these. I mean, the aesthetics, very important in a craft. Very, very important in a craft. Like that there, that there. Oh, they're connected to the same place. Okay, interesting. Yeah, okay, that looks good to me. 4 CubeSats. I mean, I've got some cubes that I need to go and rescue from orbit. Which we will send the engineer knows best up to go and do that. We'll send an actual engineer. I think, other than throwing some solids on here just for the looks, I think we're good. I mean, it's $250,000. $250,000. I'm almost certain I could be more efficient here. But I think at 5,000 doubts. In fact, are we down at sea level at the moment? If we bring that up, it doesn't actually save us a lot of fuel. Okay, that's fine. All right, I think we're ready for trying. I think we're ready for trying. Milk that roid. Oh, I've got caps lock. Okay, cool. We're going to save that and let's go. I don't know. Sparks is deleting some mods. Good idea. If it's crashing your game, I think that's a strong idea. One of the many reasons why I play with few mods. Mostly I play with few mods so that when people come along to my stream and look at the craft I'm building, they're not like, hey, what's that thing? Lag? It might be lag. It might be the fact that I hadn't looked over the chat for 3 or 4 minutes whilst I was trying to figure out how to get this thing off the ground. Can't always guarantee that the lag is internet. That's bouncing up and down. Maybe this is a test flight. Oh, it's starting to get a little bit laggy out here on the old map view. You set as target. Okay, that's pretty good actually. That's just the north-south. Is that from where we're at? Oh, nearly. We just got to wait. I don't know how long we got to wait, but we just got to wait a little bit. I want to pan out until I can see both sides of the orbit. Then I can line that up. Okay, it's not bad. Oh, KSP has lag. I mean, KSP. Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. I might just launch north anyway. I know that's a terrible view. Because that's there, right? That's what's going to happen. No, not them. How? I was clicking. Why is it still telling me them on? What is this? Let's go through until we find Kerbin. We should go to the sun at some point. Do you guys want to go to the sun at some point? Maybe, not right now, but at some point. So now that I'm focused at Kerbin, we can line everything up just a little bit better. And this goes through the middle, so it shows me where. I want to bring this bunch of stuff here in line with this line. That's how that's going to work. Have I put enough solar panels on? No. Recover this. I'm actually going to recover it so that we don't have to wait for the time again. Yeah. That's the way we're going to do it. You know what? This hour has flown by for me. Absolutely flown by. It's been an hour of thinking, an hour of thinking. for all 4 of you out there. How you all doing? I do remember your story when a Kerbal named Mark died whilst orbiting the sun. Should have gone at night time. I think it's one of my favourite jokes, actually. Like, everyone knows that's not how the sun works. What are your favourite silly astronomy things? So it may happen to you. It may very well happen to me. You never know. You never know. Okay, so we were saying we need some bigger solar panels on here because the ones that we've got as backup are not good enough. Power. Are these going to be good enough? How much do they produce? Because I know 4 of these is loads. Like, loads. Look, this takes a whole bunch of... 3 kilopascals dynamic pressure. 3 times the pressure of... Yeah, wait. Is 1 bar a kilopascal? I think 1 bar is a kilopascal. No, but what about these? They can do the same as well. Anyway, 8.3 per second, 24 per second. Ooh, all right. I'm not even going to risk it. We're going to just go straight for the big boys. So what do you reckon? Where do we put them? I don't really want to put them up the top there because they're going to end up getting destroyed by the asteroid we're going to park it into. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully this time, we're going to be able to go just straight up. Though I should have, I should have put more, not just auto struts. Though I'm starting to come around to the power of auto strut, but actual real struts. I really like the real struts. They do cause a little bit of problem when it comes to part count because obviously to actually be effective as a strut, you've got to have as many struts as there are symmetries, and then sometimes you need more, like double the amount of symmetry. So yeah. Triangles are good, yo. Like if you make a triangle with struts, it's probably the most secure way of doing things. Bouncy bounce. It's that bounce that worries me, but I think we'll be okay. So for those of you that have just joined and are not sure what's going on, we're trying to get this Class E asteroid that we've managed to capture. Let's set this as the target. But unfortunately, the rocket that we've got attached to it keeps running out of fuel. Just straight up keeps running out of fuel. We tried to do a maneuver at the beginning of the thing, and oh man, which way is it going? It's coming down this way, right? Because we were here and the maneuver was down this way, so we're going that way. Yeah, okay. So we want to go south. Yeah, it's coming in over the north. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure we'll be reloading, right? All right, here we go. 3, 2. Oh yeah, but it doesn't have enough fuel, so I'm sending two in situ resource utilization units with claws on top. Wait a minute. Wait one gosh darn moment. I haven't got any drills on there. If we don't have drills on board, how are we gonna collect the resources? I haven't even got ore tanks on board. I mean, the ore tanks are easy to fit, but ooh, good job I spotted that. I'd have laughed. I would have laughed pretty hard, actually. Do you reckon we can get them inside the service bay, these things? Let's open those up. These ore tanks. I mean, yeah. There's going to be a little bit of part clipping on the go here, but I think I'm okay with that. If you guys can forgive me, I'm just going to kind of jam them in there. And then we're going to close this, and we're going to do the same down below. We're going to open that up. We're going to grab 4. We're going to just kind of jam 4 in here, like that. Yep, nice. And then we're going to push it in. There we go. Nice. All right. Cool. I'm about it. Where's no? That's the authority wheel, the RCS wheel. I want to close that. Okay. Now for the big one. I mean, I say that we need the drills, but the drill mechanism up on the craft is definitely being able to pick up more ore than we are able to process it. Where are the drills kept at the moment? Cargo? Science? Utilities. So I'm only going to give them 2... How many drills do we want here? How many drills? The other thing we found out that I completely forgot until this very moment is that sending an engineer makes these like 5 times better. You remember looking that stuff up earlier on? Last time. At the end of stream last time. I remember looking that up at the end of stream last time, and it was like 5 times. That was the number that really stuck with me. 5 times better to send an engineer. I don't have an engineer. Well, I mean, I might have an engineer spare. Let's have a look. Crew. And then an enemy. But, you know, we'll send an engineer up at some other point. The station already has an engineer, but unfortunately, we're not going to the station. We're going to the asteroid. I mean, I almost feel like I want to, on this bottom plate here, build a little one-man unit. But you know, no, we're not. We're gonna save it. We're gonna go. We're only sending robots this time because out in the wilds of space, 2 years away from being able to come back home, there is another crew attached to another asteroid who happened to have missed Kerbin the first time, so they've had to spend a long time in space drifting around. And now our space program is scared to send Kerbals to asteroids unless it's asteroids already tight within orbit around Kerbin, because we don't want to. We talk to those guys every day. We're like, hey, how's space? They're like, boring. We've been out here for a year and a half now, crammed into a smaller capsule than the size of your bedroom, with nothing but a 20-year-old iPad with no internet connection to try and think. Will the drills block your ass? Yes, no. Thankfully, they will not. This is something that this is a question that I've asked myself many times in the past. I totally understand where you are coming from with that, but because I've asked myself this question many times in the past, I know that actually no. Okay, so we actually need to turn left. I worry about where my craft is being controlled from right now. Can we control from here? Okay, there we go. Control from the top. There, that's nice. I wonder it's going to be one of these in here somewhere, right? All right, T3. Are we ready to go? Are we finally ready to go? 3, 2, 1. Going south. Go! We're lifting off well. Okay, that's actually good. That's actually good. I was a little bit worried. If I was to be worried, truthful with you, I was a little bit worried that maybe this wouldn't have what it takes. But it looks like actually we're doing pretty well. I want to try and bring this up to speeds of 200 meters per second. I'm feeling a little bit of a frame drag on this. Are you guys feeling a little bit framey on this one? I've got a feeling the moment we drop the outer fuel tanks that's all going to fix itself. So now, without going too hard, I'm going to hit prograde and I'm just going to tap this to stop it. Just twist it over like that. That's exactly what I don't want it to do. But we're good. All right, we're on our way. Yay, we're on our way. Help your chickens try to kill you over coffee. I mean, if you're going to plan murder, over a coffee is the way. Okay, so we're going to get up to about 10 kilometers, and I'm going to hit the stability assist button here. That should lock me into place. We're going a little bit higher than I would, like a little bit steeper, if you will, than I would ideally like, but this is good. Not 1, I want 2 Gs. You might have noticed there was a fair amount of aerodynamic effects being played out there. That's what I was pulling down my throttle to avoid. There is actually a way of doing a perfect gravity turn where you end up looking at your prograde the whole way. There's no drag and there's no lifting body effects on any of your craft, and it all works out incredibly well. Unfortunately, I don't know how to do that, so... are we good? I think we're good. Full throttle. Let's go. Okay, and we are slow. We're not quite got what it takes to keep going. And then we do. All right, cool. That's fine. We were getting close to the point where I don't think we actually had the oomph to make our way up into orbit. But now we do. I'm a little bit worried about where... Let's go back to surface here and then prograde that until we get all the way up into orbit. I think that might be the way to do it. We're at 45 kilometers right now, so we should be fine. But I mean, they were hungry because they were hunger and no chicken food. I mean, yeah, if you're going to starve an animal, it will eventually end up looking to you as food. To be fair, if you starved me for long enough, I'd also be looking at you like food. I do hope those over there, as their parachutes have opened. I gave them parachutes, and I do hope they used them. I do hope that they used them. Okay, let's have a look at our orbit here. It is big. It's doing a thing. It's doing a thing. I'm wondering if we can get up to... No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. What I was wondering was whether we could get up to orbital velocities. How have I only got 3,000 delts left? Wait, what? This might already be a bust. I'm just going to hold this here. We're just going to hold this here. I was tempted to go back to the to look at those guys whilst we're in vacuum, but not quite into orbit. But if I did that, you know, we would have ended up with me crashing back down to the surface of the planet. Are we actually going to make it? Are we going to go around? Is this going to be a thing? I'm just going to hold at this orientation for now, and hopefully we are going to get fast enough. I mean, we're adding speed as we're talking, so it should be fine. It should be fine. I'm hoping by the time that we actually get fast enough to be moving at orbital velocity, we're light enough to be able to just move around with the main sail. That's my hope. Incidentally, main sail absolutely owning it here. Look at this. One engine, four sets of fuel tanks, really going for it. Might be a little bit underpowered. Do we have a to-weight ratio over here? We don't, unfortunately. We've got a part count of 209. Max acceleration. Oh, look at this. We've got max acceleration, 8.2 meters per second squared. Okay, so every second I add 8 meters per second on. That's cool. First hop distance. Look at all this information down here that I didn't even know existed. Okay, this is cool. 5 minutes in flight at the moment. We're still suborbital. I'm sure there's no problem with that. Dropping fuel mass, as we say. We're about halfway through our fuel at the moment. I'm going to bring myself down to look at the horizon, because obviously now what we're trying to do is get into orbit. We've managed to push our apoaps at least up and out of the atmosphere. We're 6 degrees off of true. I think I can live with that. I also need to clear my throat. Come over here. Still just the merest tingles of my cold hanging on. It was a bit rubbish. What was also rubbish was earlier on... Oh, don't do this. Earlier on, during one of my lectures, I had my first hay fever attack of the year, which is always good. Apart from... I don't suffer from the same type of hay fever as everyone else does. Most people are like height of summer, worst hay fever. And that's because they suffer from pollen. I suffer from mold and like fungal spores and stuff like that. So in the middle of spring and autumn is when I have particularly bad hay fever. It's the hay fever symptoms, and taking a bunch of antihistamines does not cure me, but relieves my symptoms, if you will. So I just call it hay fever, even though I don't think it... I think it should have its own classification. I don't know what you would call it, but it should do. Okay, this is looking good. Very good, actually. Very good. If I do this and then just start turning... Is this going to fix it? No, not that way. Not that way. How about this way? Will that fix it? 5, 8, 7, 6. Okay, this is good. Let me make it so we can actually see what that number is doing here, because we're pretty close to this ascending node right now. So if I can do both at the same time, obviously up here would be better. That we get better fuel efficiency up there. I've got a feeling we're going to have to stop this though. I'm going to run out of fuel. There's not enough fuel. All the fuel tanks and it still wasn't good enough. All of the fuel tanks and it still wasn't good enough. I mean, I am trying basically to shift two launches in one go. That seems alright to me. What's wrong with 2 launches in one go? Yeah, look at that. Look at, watch how Delta V go down. mean, do I scrub it now? Do I scrub it now, or do we see how bad it is? Okay, with that in place, let's get a maneuver. Add a maneuver. Let's see how far... Can I have control of the camera? Thank you. I'm just going to hide that for the moment. And we're going to push this. We've got 600 delts, right? If I go for just a nice circularization burn. Oh, you know what? We might actually have... Do we have what it takes? Do we actually have what it takes? That's only 200 delta V to circularize, but obviously I don't want to immediately circularize. We want to try and figure out how to maneuver here, how to rendezvous in 2 maneuvers. There's going to be 2 maneuvers. So what we're trying to do is make it so that one orbit here is just enough delay to bring this purple line and that purple line into cohabitation with each other, like that. Okay, let's have a look. There's still thousands of kilometers, but that should be fine. Oh, you know what? I think we can do it. There's got to be a way of doing it. Now this inclination change will be where the main fuel drain is. Everybody watch my maneuver... you can't see my maneuver node. No. I was going to say watch my maneuver node and tell me how much it's going to cost me. But, oh man, look at this. Less than 100 kilometers once I've sorted out my inclination. Oh my gosh. Oh, I like that. It's only going to cost me 200... I'm excited, guys! Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Where is my solar panels? Where are my solar panels? I mean, yeah, we're all friends here. Let's butcher the language together. Something like this. I am obviously worried about not being able to make it. Oh, you know what? There is a bit of a problem, though. There is a bit of a problem. Hello? Hello? Look at Discord and see a funny kerbin. Okay, hello, what's that? Oh, yeah, I've seen that. That's because you've got... It's not ScanSat. Kerbalism, is it? What's the one that Kerbane? Kerbinite? Something like that. Yeah, I've seen that before. It's a great idea. It's a great thing. Okay, so... That's in 10 days, though. And the thing within 10 days is in 7 days... We need to send people to Moho. So we've got this set up. Let me create an alarm. Maneuver. Droid helper. I can't spell maneuver. Oh, it's right there. Maneuver. Okay, great. Thank you very much. When all else fails, look at what's around you. So we need to switch to this craft over there. Let's go have a look at this craft. Now, either we are looking at what I call the Oracle, which is just a tiny little probe that I've got in orbit of a perfectly equatorial orbit around Kerbin. It's an orbit at the equator around Kerbin, right? And that's so that I can use it to predict my flight patterns rather than trying to use all the mods, because it turns out the mods aren't perfect. But no worries, we're looking at the right direction. We're trying to go to Elu. No, try again. Moho. We've got 7,000 delts here. I hope that's enough. Let's have a look. Whilst I'm turning around, let's go to the KSpedia Delta V map. Not Elu. Where's Moho? Anyone say Moho? 8,000 delts. Oh, why is this? But that is from the 3,000 launch. So we could take 3,000 off that. I mean, that's 5,000 delts. Oh, it's gonna be close. I wonder whether we're gonna end up stranding people. 1, 2, 3. Very important Kerbal. I mean, we've got one important Kerbal, quite an important engineer, and a not so important scientist, all on their way to Kerbal. I think this is a lander, and this is a return craft. Yeah, look at what we got here, and then we've got a nuclear core here. Okay, this looks good. Hey, want to know some KSP lore? I'm down for some lore. Does everything have solar panels? That's got some solar panels. Oh, hello. I think we're going to use the engineer to grab the solar panels off of here before we dump that. You know what? And I think I'm going to do that very shortly. I'm just going to make sure that I'm pointed in the right direction. Kerbals might be plants, indeed. Look at the colour of their skin, and also the fact that they don't have any farms anywhere. Right? How do a whole species that can obviously launch? They've got enough in industry. That's the word I'm looking for, to be able to feed quite a large population, right? You know, but they don't do any farming. What is that about? Okay, where's my engineer? Lanley. Hello, buddy. There you are. We're going to go steal some stuff off the rest of the craft. We're going to move these solar panels here up onto this one. Lanley. Lanley. What are you doing? Anyone know why it's not working? He's got it. Lanley. Why is it empty? Mild shock. Mild shock. I don't know why this is like this. What are you? Are you something that can come and save? Are you something that can come and save? No. Oh, tourist shuttle debris. I don't think so. I mean, I have two options. I could crash my game because nothing's been saved yet, but that means you guys have got to watch the boot up. Or we try and, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I don't do it that often. It does happen occasionally. I feel like I got stiffed there. SAS can only stabilize the Kerbal if they've got fuel to do so. And he had literally nothing. Wow, this is taking a while to crash. It's like, oh, hold on, I'm just trying to make a save. Hello. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna do that. All right. Goodbye. You guys wanted to watch the boot up sequence, right? Yeah, that's the thing. Task manager. I bypassed task manager. Now, unfortunately, I need to be able to get through this launcher system. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why they needed a launcher just to try and push the second gatehouse. You know, obviously that's what it's about, right? You know, but it was kind of very convenient that, what was it, 3 days after they made an announcement about early access, suddenly what I probably could have done, because I was feeling quite so like about it, I probably could have fired up the cheat menu and used the infinite fuel. But I kind of feel better this way round. You know, I feel better this way round. And because I've loaded the game before, it goes a little bit faster. Normally, when I first load Kerbal for the first time, you heard me, we have to sit here for about 5 minutes. That's why I always boot up the game before I actually start streaming now. Because it takes a long time, and then I've got to sit here and talk to you guys, and not... That's cash. Yes, indeed, Felmagfa. That is the cash. Cache. I really wish they put an accent over the E there. Like that would be. Can I type that? I know one thing that my wonderful keyboard can do is if I press Alt. Yeah, I can do. Okay. Sorry, just in the chat there. Resume. So, ooh. Yeah. Okay, we're good. String career. Thank you very much. Let's go see what's going on. Kerbals will not remember the god doing godly things. I mean, it's true. Yeah, look at that. I love the fact that like the alt and the alt and stuff like that do all sorts of things to keys on your keyboard. But it doesn't, mine anyway, doesn't tell you what any of them do. You've just got to know. And I'm like, well, who just? I mean, at the same time, I suppose that is the trick with almost every keyboard, right? You've got to know what your keyboard is doing, right? Okay, so anybody know why my dude did not have Moho Hobo? That sounds like the people. Why they did not have fuel tank? I'm guessing it's because they were in like a hitchhiker's canister or something like that. Let's have a look. No, what is this? I'm very confused, Lanley. Let's get you out. We're not going to let go. Yeah, where's the fuel? Okay, so now that I've been in and out. Yeah, look at that. All I did was go in and out. Why is this? Where did my EVA fuel go? What? Huh? Now I can do this. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I feel a little bit like, huh? Oh, also, sunrise. Lanley's like, I do not want to be blinded. I'm just going to hide on this side of the craft. Thank you very much. Okay, so if I go and, what do you reckon? Still the majority of the solar panels, not all of them. Can we? Yeah, target that so I can make sure that I'm not just aimlessly drifting around. We're going to take that one and put it like there. That one, put it there. That one, put it there. I'm sure you don't need to hear me say that one there all the time. Okay, so there we go. That's a whole bunch of solar panels that we're literally going to just leave there for now. Exit the construction mode. Thank you very much. I feel really cheated about that. I don't understand how my dude actually lost. My dude lost all the RCS in his tank. What about the others then? Hillwin, let's pull you out. I mean, you've got fuel. What? And who's a Fofert? You're new. Welcome. And you've got fuel. Why was it just Lanley? He forgot. Oh yeah, obviously he forgot to put the. Can you imagine that? Like on the ISS, like I'm just on my way to fix the battery on the West Wing. Oh no, I forgot my fuel. Tumbling away. I forgot to put the tether on. Fuel canisters don't refuel the percentage of EVA fuel. I think they do. That's why we got swapped out, right? That's why it got refueled when I went in and out. I don't know. Anyway, who knows? Try to point in the right direction now. Okay. So when we've done this burn, we'll have a limited time, because this guy has not got much in way of solar power, to stop and deorbit this one. Does it have a dead? Yeah, it's got an empty fuel. You know, I'm also no, I'm not. It's got a fuel supply up the top here that we can use to stop and turn back, because obviously it will be much lighter at that point. It's not trying to move all the rest of this. Is there anything we want to do in the seven days that we've got? I don't think there is anything I want to do in the 7 days we've got. I think we're all right. I'm just gonna zip through. I got a little bit of hiccups all of a sudden. Bane of my life, I tell you. Where do the hiccups even come from? Hiccups are a demon that come from the hiccup realm. That's where they actually come from. They come through and they actually feed off your frustration with having hiccups. It's like you know, Monsters Inc. How they power themselves off of the. I'm looking for the control from here. Off the laughter. Wow, it screams to begin with, right? The hiccup fairy gorges itself on your frustrations from hiccups. Okay. Oh wow. I should probably have given a bit of an epilepsy warning here. Sorry. watching. You know, let's press that. I'm not sure that's much better actually. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 hour to go. Hour and a half. Hour itself. Hey, welcome back, Tremaine. We have a craft on its way to go and try and save us from the horrors that is the drifting asteroid. It's got a whole bunch of fuel-making equipment on it. But in this time, we have run into... delete and close. Run into the fact that we need to send our Moho craft off again. So we're pointing in the right direction. We've got 53 seconds until we start our burn. This is a 7-minute burn. Ooh. We also just crashed the game because for some reason Lanley didn't have any EVA fuel in his backpack, so we got him out to go and steal the solar panel. You see all these random solar panels, to steal the solar panels off this back booster here, because that's not going to need it. We're probably going to crash it into Kerbin. But when we got out, there was no EVA fuel. He was just drifting off over that way somewhere. And a recommendation of chat, or at least with chat's blessing, I decided to just crash the game because there was. And then when we got back in, we got Lanley out, put Lanley back in. Suddenly, full fuel tank. You know, as you would expect, right? Rubbish. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, look at that like blum 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 munch. I think we're good though. I think we're good. Some shaky shakes. Thankfully, mostly it's because we're controlling from here, and that was the very reason why I asked it to control from here. Oh. I mean, that's not very... You know what, I'm just going to hit prograde. Why are we not prograding? What is going... Why are my ships so bad at the moment? What are you doing? What even is going on here? I mean, yeah. If you want. Let's get this part. And we get at some point, when it kind of stabilizes, we're going to go auto strut heaviest part. Okay, that should hopefully have locked us in position. Oh my gosh. Sir Dr. Captain Subs Esquire II, how are you doing, my friend? Where are the fins? Over there, we left them back on the surface. Right now, we're wobbling everywhere, though. Hopefully, the fact that I've now auto-strutted us together means that we can make this maneuver without destroying everything. It's good to see you, man. It is good to see you. It's been some time. Have you been good? Have you been good? Or, you know, been doing good stuff anyway. You're going to be on the KSP news for the wrong reasons. Yeah, maybe. Crazed space program endangering the lives of all Kerbal kind. Yeah, I could see that. Well, once we've dumped this one, we're going to try and burn towards that marker over there rather than just prograde. The problem was, of course, the fact that this just went really weird on us. Oh man, is this going to be right? Yeah. Okay, now we go. Oh no! Why? Why? Yeah, other than this craft just wants to shake itself apart, I'm doing very well, mate. Thank you very much. I guess we're waiting for next Moho pass. I guess we're waiting for the next Moho pass. Oh, man. Am I leaving the system yet? No. Okay, we can just kind of leave these guys here for a bit. I'm going to now turn... I want everyone to take a moment. Maybe some F's in the chat if you could. And we'll just make do with the fact that didn't happen. Fantastic, yeah. I think fantastic is definitely the way. We're going to leave these guys here. Next stream, almost in. Wait, let's put this up here somewhere. Create an alarm, manual alarm in like 10 days. Save the bacon. Add that alarm. All right, we'll be back to these guys when we can. All right, we've got other things to do. Drink your water. Remember the quick save. Thank you very much. Bows. I'm gonna go with bows. Thank you. Yeah, I kind of wish you'd turned up and told me the quick save before that craft had shaken itself apart. But and don't worry, subs. It's we're just having the time of our lives here, you know. What else is going on in my life? So I'm an exoplanet hunter, and I mean that not in game, but in real life. Today I had spent most of my time poring over telescope data, counting the brightness levels of stars and comparing them to this star that we think's got a planet around it, and plotting some nice graphs. I haven't quite got around to actually plotting the graphs that hopefully have that dip in it. You know when people are like, here's an exoplanet, and they just show you this line with a dip in it, right? I'm making those lines with the dips in it, which I think is kind of cool. Local space program owner almost leaves most of the Kerbals in vacuumless space. I reckon we could probably just, I don't know, do something like, I don't know. We're gonna have to send a rescue. I mean, it's only a rescue mission around Kerbin, thankfully. This craft here, gonna have to do something about it. I don't know what we're gonna do about it. We're gonna have to do something about it. Why is the auto warp cancelled? Please no. Please, I like my auto warp. I think it's because this roid helper is about to do the thing. So we have a Class E asteroid. See that one over there? It's got a giant asteroid, one of the largest asteroids I've ever actually dealt with. Is this actually stuck here? Is this like kept in Kerbin's sphere of influence? I don't know. And unfortunately, the craft that we've got on it cannot make fuel quick enough to be able to move it around because it's such a huge spacecraft, right? Not a huge asteroid, right? So it needs like a lot of Delta V. So we're sending this craft, which has two IS in situ resource ISRUs. I'm going to share that. On board. And we're going to attach those to the asteroid and hopefully make enough fuel per second that we can do the maneuvers we need. Turns out that's actually a hard thing to do, but we're going to try it anyway. The thing I really want to point out about this craft, let's aim camera here. Look at this weirdness that I've built down the bottom. All of these 4 fuel tanks are all feeding into this single mainsail that we've got just like strapped to the bottom with some fuel lines leading into it. I really like that personally. 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, when this gets down to pretty close, I'm going to cancel this and we're going to do it via the magic of the map, because what I actually want to see is how close these 2 lines are to each other. This one here and this one here. Particularly this separation value, we need to get that down as small as possible. Ideally under 100 kilometers. 1,000, 500. I'm actually going to come in here and turn this thrust limit all the way down. Can't see the numbers I need. Okay. Oh, yeah, 200 is pretty good, actually. 200 is pretty good. When I get to this ascending node over here, we'll add a maneuver for that. Is probably when I'm going to be able to super fine control it. So, for instance, we're going to get that, and I'm just going to like roll my mouse around. Ooh, that was quite the mouse roll. I started off doing very small. Look at that. Oh man, that is quite the jump. And if I can get it below 100, you know what, I'm even going to come over here to do it. If we can get it below 100, like that 88, that's pretty good. That means that when we get close, 31, we can see how far away the asteroid is. 26. I mean, if we could set up an impact. I mean, I'm never going to be able to perform the maneuver exactly. What I need to do is write a small program in Kerbal operating system that will do the maneuver for me. I do roughly know how to do that. 1.8, 1.7. You know what? I will take the 0.7. That's pretty good. We're going to create an alarm. We're going to create a maneuver alarm, and we're going to go move. Add that alarm. Okay, it's pretty far down. Let's change the save the bacons and put another. Oh, this is the date of the. Okay, cool. I was like, what? It's not in 200 days, but actually, yeah, it is. So let's change this to 260. And that'll just add another 30 days, right? Boom, there we go. Okay, great. I mean, that said, this is in 30 days. We might need to move it forward even more. Should we just put another year on it? They can stay in orbit for a year. I'm sure they'll be fine. Okay, cool. We are right now trying to meet a giant asteroid. That is our current target. Let's turn that back up. God, could you imagine? Could you imagine? We need to put this facing the right direction. I do like it when I focus on a weird bit of the rocket and it just looks like it's pivoting around the engine. That's totally not what's happening. It's just a weird camera angle. What we should do is right click here and go reset camera. Okay, there we go. And now when I go to turn it, you can see it's just turning around the middle. Okay, that's fine. 34 days though. That's a lot of days. That is a lot of days. I can't believe my Moho craft. All my Moho missions are absolutely cursed. I kind of don't care about this. He is refueling, but there's not a chance that he's made enough fuel to do anything interesting. In fact, for those of you that are not aware of what's going on, we'll let this alarm go off. We're going to delete and close. Oh no, I didn't really want to delete it. And we're going to go have a look at the big old craft over here. Let's switch to it, and you'll see what I'm trying to do. You'll see what I'm trying to do. The big thing is that we are making a casino out of 4 asteroids. Now, most of the asteroids I've got a hold of have just been little C-class asteroids. But this asteroid, this is an E-class asteroid. It is huge. Oh, we turned off all the... Oh, of course we did. Oh, we might have even had more fuel if I hadn't done this. So earlier on, I noticed that we weren't quite lined up properly. So I pulled out all the drills and rearranged myself to make sure that we were looking in the right direction. Is it 7? Yeah, 7 turned all those on at once. So the ore fills up, and then because of this tank that we've got here, it changes the ore into monoprop. No, not monoprop, into liquidox. It is a big rock. It very much is a big rock. But unfortunately, even if I had a full tank of fuel, this thing is just, I don't even know how much it weighs. Oh, there we go. Mass. It's a ton of tons. It's 1,400 tons. Like that's a lot. That's a lot. Is that? It's a kiloton? It is a kiloton. Yeah, indeed. I wouldn't mind having a megaton. Well, it's 1.428 kilotons. That's a lot. Like that. That's a lot. Trying to move stuff that weighs that much. It's pretty difficult. And we are actually, with that, trying to go... If we zoom right in, zoom in. We are trying to go here. Casino Royale. Oh, I didn't want to switch to. I wanted to set it as target. Oh, well, let's go have a look at it. This has been a mission that we have been on... I don't know, does anyone want to guess how long we've been trying to do this? In game, it's been years. In real life, I think it's been months. But look at the weirdness that goes on. Okay, so this rock here is connected via the magic of this connector to this rock. This rock is connected via this connector to that one. I don't know how this has happened. I have no idea. I have moved up another connector, so at some point we can disconnect one of these sides. I think what's going to happen is I'm going to disconnect one and things are just going to fly apart. But we'll give it a go at some point. And then fly it round to this other claw that I've got on the other side here. It could be a real life year. I could well have been at this for a real life year now. But I don't think so. I don't think so. So, to try and get all of that done, we've been collecting asteroids. And this is the last one we need. It's the last one we need. But it's huge. It takes ages to move around. It's trying to even get it down, all the way down there to Kerbin. All the way. Let me just channel Macho Man Randy Savage there. Ooh. Throwing a brother. That's one for all your oldies out there. So yeah, I'm hoping that these two fuel processing points will be able to give us the oomph that we need. Oh, man, I thought that said that we didn't have any electric charge for a moment there. I was like, no. Hopefully this will give us the oomph we need to be able to move the asteroid as we need to. I really wasn't planning to get such a large asteroid. At no point was I planning to. If we zoom out, if you can ignore the yellow writing, this group here, they've got a B-class asteroid. A tiny little rock. Tiny little rock. But I missed Kerbin the first time round, and they've now been stuck out there for like 2 or 3 years. Kerbin years. And wow, it's a thing. Like, even in-game, I need to specify which planet's years. I mean, yeah, when we become a proper solar system spanning civilization, because I truly believe that is in our future at some point. You know, maybe not living on other planets, but definitely living on more space stations. You know, so at some point we're not going to care about the Earth year. It's going to be a long time until we're not caring about the Earth year, because Earth will insist that it's important for a long time. But at what point will we have like standard solar system time? And what will we still split it up into 60s? Oh, excuse me, clear my throat. Because 60 is a very, very easy to split up number. There's a reason we've been using 60 for so long, right? Like, if we use everyone goes on about how great the metric system is, and it is great for a whole bunch of other reasons. But when you're trying to divide down into small numbers, it doesn't do so great, right? If you want to cut it in a quarter, yeah, if you want 4 parts, 0.25, what's a 0.25, you know? Whereas 60s, you know, that's just 20. No, wait. No, that's a third. What's the other one? But you know what I'm saying? It's very, they call it like anti-prime, right? Because prime can only be divided by itself and 1, right? That's like the whole definition of a prime number, right? But there's no like 12, 60, 30 maybe. Base 16, yeah. Base 16 is pretty good actually. Base 16 is pretty good. Burn time 0.2 seconds. I think I'm gonna just like trickle this one in slowly. I might even do it from here. 8.4 kilometers. Dare I go any closer? 3.5. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. I will take a 3.5. We're going to switch to targets. We're only going to be approaching it about 50 meters per second. That's pretty good because I've only got 400 delta V left. So we just need to meet up with it. Be really close. What are we talking? Future time. When we leave Earth. Or maybe not leave Earth, but when like a lot of people have left Earth and and a year no longer means anything. A day is like, what are we talking? A day is, you know, the rotation of Earth. Where's Earth? You know, what time system are we gonna use? I mean, 16 hours is not a terrible one. 16 hours to the day. I mean, even 32 hours to a day. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, everybody likes the space of an hour, but I think that's just because we're used to how long an hour is, right? Let's warp over here. If we were dealing with 50-minute hours instead, an hour was the space of time that we currently call 50 minutes. It wouldn't take too long before people are like, well, that's how it's always been. That's how I was taught in school, and good enough for me. Which way we look? There we go. Oh, is that it? Or is that the moon? No, that's the moon. All right, never mind. Is that it? It might be a minus. let's have a look. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's Minmus. All right, there's Minmus. Okay. That's Minmus. That's the moon. So it's back. Ooh. Hello. What are you? It's back here somewhere, right? Yeah. Somewhere. It is definitely creeping up from behind us. Outside. I don't know. Well, anyway, we're going to warp here, and I'm just going to keep an eye on this. You can see at the moment that we are a megameter away, 1,000,000 meters. As opposed to a kilometer, a kilometer. Oh, hello, what are you? Oh, it's a Class B over there. I really would have liked a smaller one. When we looked, there were only Class E's available. When this mission started, there really were. Ooh, here we go. Well, we are like 400 kilometers away somewhere. Let's turn around and look. Can we see? Ooh. Is that it? Is that actually it, or is that just a star in the background? I don't know how to tell. I don't want to like double click stuff because we're like I don't even know how to look. I'm going to assume that that's it for now. I'm going to wipe my screen to make sure that's not just something on my screen. I've done that before. I've been like, can you guys see that? And everyone's like, what? See what? It's just a bit of dust on my screen. I want to warp here. Oh, nail-biting stuff, guys. Nail-biting stuff. I mean, it might be Minmus. We've got distant object enhancer on. Let's have a look. Where is it? Is it that one? Might be that one. No, it's this one. So this does show us when things are further away than you normally would see them in Kerbin, which is fine. It's hard to tell, though, isn't it? It's hard to tell. Are we looking at it? I kind of feel like that might be it. Might be Minimus again, though. I don't know how close we need to get before it actually appears on my radar. I believe it's less than 100 and something. I'm just going to keep splitting it in half and thus never arrive. Whose paradox was that? One of the ancient Greeks was like, if you travel half the distance and then travel half a distance again and half a distance again, you'll never arrive, thus proving that you can never travel anywhere. That's a bit of a weird paradox, but like it's the logic holds true. It's just a shame about the reality. Will we use degrees, minutes, and seconds for mapping and navigation in future Space Connect? I hope not. I hope we're using what's called radians, because when you do. So, you ever wondered why the circumference of a circle is always like pi r squared? Well, no, it's 2 pi r. I know what it is. Pi r squared is the area. It's because radians are actually a very natural way of talking about how at the angle. You've got the radius of the circle and then how many times you go around it, and that's where pi comes from, right? And it turns out if you start doing maths like that, you very quickly get into this thing called radian. There's 3.1 blah blah of them to a circle. But you very rarely think about that because you just like you divide one number by another and then this ratio spits out at the end. It's where sine and cosine and all that actually end up coming from. I know those concepts are not very well explained at school. You're always just like angles of a circle or like how sides of a triangle relate to each other. But yeah, so in astronomy, in astrophysics, we do use degrees, minutes, and seconds, but we also use things called milliarc seconds because we're measuring very small. So we've got a degree, and you break a degree into 60 minutes, and each minute is 60 seconds, and then you break that second into 1,000 milliseconds. 1,000 or 1,000,000 milliseconds. I think it's 1,000. I think it's 1,000. And that's very good for converting between parallax and back. Don't know if you guys are aware of the concept of parallax. It's how we measure distances. Like if I zoom all the way out here, so on this side of Kerbal, sorry, we're looking out at those stars, right? And then when we move to the other side of Kerbin, we're a distance away. We're like 2 AU away, or whatever the distance is in Kerbin. And when you stick your thumb out and you close one eye and you close the other, and your thumb kind of moves left and looks like it moves left and right compared to the thing in the background. If you don't know that, put your finger up and then look through your left eye and your right eye and watch your finger move around. All right, and that's how we measure distances in space, not by closing our eyes, but by taking a measurement when Earth is on one side of the sun and taking a measurement when Earth is on the other. You might have heard of the Gaia satellite. That's all it's done for the past 5 years, is go out and make measurements like that, and it's given us the most in-depth catalogue of all the stars out there, right? All the closest billion stars to Earth. All right, because you can't do that when you get out to Andromeda. The angle is so small that we can't. The movement, how far the thing moves relative to the background stars, is very small. So small that we can't measure it. And so that very quickly is a way of changing between angles and distances, right? Because things that are close by, put your finger close up and watch it jump very far, and then all the way at the other end of your arm, and see how it doesn't move that much. That's kind of the difference that we use, right? I need to come up with a better way of explaining. I've never tried to explain that to people before. I will spend time over the next couple of weeks, probably telling you guys here on stream of the different ways that I'm thinking of explaining parallax. It's like the planetary nebula thing that I've done recently. I've learned so much about this one specific star system, and it's this cloud of gas around it, and it's got a white dwarf going around it. The white dwarf put a whole bunch of super heavy elements into the atmosphere of the sun in the middle of the planetary nebula. There's just so much going on. I think I might make a video about it. There's so much. It won't come out here. I'll probably start another channel for stuff like that. But yeah, they call it Weibo1. If you want to look it up, WEBO space 1. You won't find too much about it on Google. Trust me, I looked. Excuse me. Which button was I changing my mute to? No, not that one. Alright, so it used to be that I had mute on the decimal point, but I've been doing a lot of decimal points recently, so I had to move it because it kept on making noise at me. Okay, we are 40 kilometers away from this at the moment. How close are we going to get? 3. And then I should be able to just... Oh, no, not like that. Not like this. So the problem is I've got persistent rotation, and when I say, hey, I'm putting retrograde, it just carries on trying to look at the orbital retrograde, which is not what anybody wants. Maybe at some point in the future, summer holidays or Christmas or something, I'll actually look into it and find out what the problem is and maybe fix it and release a patch. But it's not my mod, so I don't know. I'm fairly sure it's been abandoned though. There's a whole bunch of Kerbal mods that are... It's like the Kerbal operating system. It's not been updated on... Oh, this music on KSP right now? Yeah, I love it. Yeah, but the Kerbal operating system, I don't think it's been updated since 1.9, but there's still like a huge following of coders that do it, right? So I'm sure the moment it breaks, there's going to be someone being like, I can fix this. Okay, 30 kilometers, 29 kilometers. We're getting, look at this, we're getting in close now, and my computer's like, oh, you've got so much, I've got to think about so many things. Don't worry about it, you're good, you're fine. I just want to get super close, like as close as possible, and then stop the whole craft. Then we're going to pop all this outside stuff off from around. And go and, I mean, we're gonna prime the claws, fly in with our RCS. Maybe we'll make a quick save right now. Do you think a quick save right now? I mean, to be fair, at this point, I can't do anything about it if it does go wrong. You know, I wouldn't even know how to fix it if we had a catastrophe. Catastrophic. It's a good word. It's a good word. Not enough people use catastrophic. Just spell catastrophic with a K, because is that a possibility? I'm wondering whether the letter C needs to be in the English language. I think that's what I'm working up towards, right? You know, do we drop the C in favour of S and K, because that's the only noises it makes. It doesn't do a sound on its own. Yeah, catastrophe. Look at that, brilliant. Like the letter Y. Do we need the letter Y really? Pronounce it like it's Greek, yes. Catastrophe. I can't do Greek. I don't really want to spend too long changing my speed when I want to be changing the approach angle. 1.9, 1.8, 1.7, 1.6. So this is coming down quite far. Thankfully faster than the approach speed is coming down. Go like this now. I think 1 kilometer is probably good enough. Need to get down to a 16 character alphabet to be compatible with the base 16 number system. You know what? I'm down. Why? Because what noise does it make? Oh, I mean, how would you spell yacht? But like, it seems to be one of these letters that's only here to make other make loan words work. You know, the space catastrophe. I like that. That's the great name for a video. Yeah, catastrophe. Catastrophe. Now this is a slow approach. I mean, I'm down for the slow approach because it means we're not breaking anything. But it's also kind of slow, you know. Oh no, I was pointing the wrong way again. I needed to have hit stability assist before we hit time warp. It's the only thing about persistent rotation I don't like, is this weird, like, oh yeah, I'm going to snap you to this. I understand why they're doing it. They're trying to, like, it's almost like an on-rails behaviour. Dang, Brits can't speak proper Greek, such barbarians. You know it. Oh, catastrophe. Okay, yeah, I get you, double E. I suppose, yeah, to rhyme with P? Pie? P. Yeah, I like it. Your dog, okay, cool. Catch you in a bit. 2.3 kilometers. What? Why can't we see the rock anymore? There it is. Just need to change the angle. I'm sure that just was serendipitous timings there. I do like the word serendipitous, or serendipity, whichever way you want it. I've just realised that this engine is going to get just stranded up here. The moment we let go... no, it's not. Oh, we're going to have some troubles. I didn't put a decoupler underneath this engine. So, I mean, it does have a decouple. So, we're going to have some troubles trying to make sure that we can get the claw involved. 3, 2, 1. Just bring it down just bring it all the way down. It's good enough for me. If it's good enough for you. Okay, so now we want to turn and point towards our target and just kind of drift towards it. One of the good things about being so far away from kerbin, as opposed to, you know, being right up in low kerbin orbit where you have small circles, is that so as we go around, our circle is going to be very slightly different from each other, and around kerbin that translates to some pretty serious movement left and right, or up and down, or whichever direction it actually happens to be, depending on your orientation. But out here in the wilds, you got to wait a long time for that to actually manifest itself. Great phrase, manifest itself. Okay, so RCS is a go. That's good. That's good. Let's make another quick save while we're here. All those fails, make a quick save. Go a little faster, and then turn around. There's always a bit of a gamble when you do that, because are you going to be able to turn around in the time it takes for you to get over there? So, I mean, really what we want to do is crash into this fast enough to blow up my my engine plate here. I don't know whether that's going to be a thing. Let's make a save. Let's try. I've literally just made a save. So what happens when I decouple this? Should we find out? Are you guys ready to find out? Let's find out. Nothing. Nothing happens when I decouple this. What is this? What? Okay, that's good. Yeah, look at this. This is a problem here. Is that problem going to solve with violence? It's a problem going to try to solve with violence. Hopefully just enough violence. I don't know what the impact limit on a engine and engine plate is. Let's arm that just in case. Bang bang. Yes, yes. And then we. No, all right. I mean, that was close. That was close. Okay, so we are definitely going to keep that as good for. You know, I am very, very tempted to be like, let's decouple everything and just use that one to explode stuff. Okay, so here we go. We're going to spin up and we're going to drop these parts. Okay, good luck. We're then going to decouple here. Good luck. And extend and extend. And if we can, just gonna slow this bad boy down. No, which one is it? You. Okay, here we go. 10.6. Let's see what happens. Is this good enough? Oh, it's close. It's close. We'll figure that last bit out in a second. Where's my other craft? Yeah, you. Slow you down as well. Okay, so far so good. So far, would you believe this is going well? Or well enough for me, anyway. I do dislike the fact that we can't aim at the target. Ah, who put the solar panels right along the line of where I want to look? Whose idea was that? Hopefully, like this, I'm now going to drift around it. What I want to do is kind of come in close to the other side. And hopefully, when we get round to the other side, we can just kind of like connect onto this. Looks like we may have connected onto a flat point anyway. What was your idea, sorry? I mean, we seem to be doing okay. Is that my... It says it's debris, lol. Let's get this connected before everything else flies away. I mean, I can't guarantee that everything isn't going to just fly away anyway, but... Okay, do I want to do anything other than just connect this up like this? Let's zoom out and see what we got. Yeah, I think I'm just going to point here. And with the very gentlest of pushes, just go and connect up, right? What else could we possibly want to do? When I get a slightly better probe core, we're able to point towards target and stuff like that. .6. Am I going to be able to touch this without... Like, that looks the most fortuitous angle, shall we say? Okay, that's one done. That's nice. And then this guy... Well, I mean, this guy's only got one option, right? We're going to make another quick save. Going to make another quick save. I wonder if I can spin around and break it off. Turn that off. No, because I cannot reach from here. Am I just going to try slamming into it again? Let's back up and try it. Thought I had, but I will do another one. What a great idea, buddy. Every time a quick save is mentioned, I will give it a go. So how hard do you reckon we've got to slam into this to be able to break this part? I'm thinking at least... I don't know. If anybody's in Kerbal, can you select one of the engine plates and tell me what its impact velocity is? I'm hoping 3? 4? Nope, turns out no. I probably couldn't have done. The engine plate. It might actually be part of what's the name of the DLC? Making history. So drift slow then spin slam. Actually, that might be a better way of doing it. Let's try the drift slow and spin slam. That definitely it appeals to me. It appeals to me. Drifting pretty close. Let's make sure that we can get more electric charge while we're at it. Okay, that's fine. We're just going to go, like, touch it with this. Yeah, like that. Let's try and stabilize ourselves. We're going to pull this up. A little bit of a push down and then again stabilize. Here we go. Oh no. Oh. We have a very good system here. Oh, I love it. Oh, that was great. Oh, this is brilliant. I don't think that one could have gone better. I mean, we could have got it on the first time pass, but wow, that was very great. Very great indeed. So good, I forgot how to English properly. I mean, to be fair, I forgot how to English properly ages ago. Extend. Probably extending whilst we're coming in for a drift probably isn't the winner, but... Mark 3 takes 59. Oh man, okay. Making a quick save. And contact. No, not quite, not quite, not quite. Contact! Okay, great. No nearby objects. I kind of disagree. Look at all these nearby objects. Let's switch to this one. LR engineer. Oh, I are an engineer. Okay, got you. Yes. I was like, L? All right, here we go. These guys just wanting to go back. They've only got these 2 rockets here. I want to point them retrograde. Oh, they do. All right, great. The rockets have fired. Okay, this is good. Are we going to have enough actual control to actually be... Ooh. Oh, look, these guys are leaving. They're like, nah, bruv, I'm out. Oh, you know what? That placement might have been alright. I was a little bit worried that these would not be central enough, but I think we're okay. There's a little bit of drift. I can feel it trying to pull this way, but all I really need to know is whether we've got the fuel to make it all the way down. It must do. We've got 480 and we're only going 200. I'm going to clean up. I'm going to clean up my system at the same time. What is this? This is from a mission that was such a sketchy start. We might actually be on our way to doing stuff great. Like, amazing. I do, however, want to focus on kerbin so that when this does get down to... I suppose I could have come over to this maneuver and seen the periapsis height over here. But I feel like it's better just kind of bringing it in. I mean, do we want to try and land this on the North Pole? That's a question. That's a question. What is this? What's this one? Land's Landing. Oh, we need to go do stuff at Land's Landing at some point. And we could almost swing by and pick up the Moho Hobos. This craft is not designed for it, but we could. But we could. Alright, I just want to set these guys up for a nice return. I don't even know what counts as a nice return. Like, we've got some fuel to be able to slow down when we're going out. Well, the Moho Hobos are the people we stranded earlier, right? The guys in that craft that shook itself apart. That's a shame. It really looked like that that mission was going to go well, and then just suddenly not. Oh man, look at this. Oh, we got to dive deep. We got to dive deep. That's in 10 days as well. Okay, we'll leave that one for now. We should probably set an alarm. Did we set an alarm? If I was like add maneuver, create an alarm. Boost return. Add that alarm. Great. Oh look, meets the mun at some point. Okay, that's cool. We now need to bloop bloop. Oh, it doesn't. Need to recycle all the way through because there's a bunch of others we want. So you're now off on your grand way. That's good. I do like the grand ways. Can I actually see those craft? Where did they go? I need them. I need them. Yeah, you. Why would you do it like this? So you TP'd to a space rock and then exploded in two and flew away. I'm not sure about that exploding in two business. There's normally has to be two rocks for that to happen. Okay, so I am the blue one. All right, great. We can definitely deal with that. I am just gonna try full throttle. We'll see what happens. I went half throttle last time and we managed to keep facing the way we want to be facing. Yeah, look, I can actually line up engines nowadays. What is this? Life is strange, my friends. Life is strange. So we want to get down to a 22-kilometer periapsis. I hear that's the way forwards, right? I hear that's the way. Unfortunately, we're at millions of meters right now, so we got to pass through a couple of 22s before we actually get down to the 22 that we're after. There's one of the 22s. We're going to have a second one at 1,000 rather than the million. We're going to have the K, which, you know, also good. Turns out it does take a little bit of a while just to get these last few done. 12, 11. Why is it taking so long? This is a full throttle as well. Maybe I should have put some bigger engines on here. I mean, I did use literally the smallest engines available to me. I can't believe how well this is flying. Flabbergasted, actually flabbergasted by that. I was expecting it to flip around, have a horrible control system, like backflip a lot. Instead, it's just kind of fighting with it. So is it actually? It's not even fighting all that much. I mean, I'm down. 700, 500. Oh no, I do only want kilometers, don't I? So we will only pass 122. 24. I mean, I'll take that. We'll take a 24. Okay, now to get the next one. Four of these to be done. Four of these halfway through. Thankfully, it's not a particularly strenuous set of activities to be doing. Wouldn't it be nice to like be able to, I don't know. So in science, we tend not to take color pictures. What we do is we take a black and white photo with a filter in front of it. You know, so if we want to take a blue photo, we'll stick a bit of blue plastic in front of it. That's very simplistic compared to what happens. But you know, that's what happens. You know, if we want a full color photo, we'll put a red, blue, and visible filter. They call yellow visible for some reason. I don't know who came up with that, but there we go. And I think it would be nice to be able to like do that in Kerbal. Just like point out at the skybox and get information. Like this again is like, you know, imagine looking at that point of light, watching how it drifts up and down and seeing if there's a planet around it. You know, like is that kind of thing. But I feel like I know Kerbal is like a space game, but I also feel like it's a science game. Right? It's a game that people who are into science are quite happy to play. You know. And I feel like just little things like that. And I'm not wanting to like take a bunch of data over time and plot my own graph and rah. You know, I do want the fun, but like I have no idea how this engine works. Right? I just know I slap it on the side and let it go. And it'd be nice to get some sort of science mission like that as well. Of course, my idea of slap it on and let it go is going to be different from other people's idea of slap it on and let it go. 40, 27, 25. I mean, we definitely... Ooh. There. It decided there was worth a camera change. I mean, I'll take that camera change. That's fine. Now, what's the last one? Is it that one? Do you reckon it's that one? It's probably one that's with the other craft. Let's see. Trying to find out which one's the last one's going to actually be a bit of a mission, isn't it? I think it might be. We might even have to, like... pass into the future a little bit. Let's have a look. I mean, the fact that I am pointing at my retrograde vector probably means, yeah, that this is the one going down. Look at Discord. Oh yeah, space rock. Nice. That is quite the space rock. So how do we know which one of these is the what? Is like this one? I mean, let's switch to the roid capture, and then whichever one is closest to that is probably the winner, right? It's probably the winner. It's got to be that one over there. Oh, please don't shake yourself apart. Please don't shake yourself apart. Is it that one? Looks like it might be that one. Can I swap to it? I can't swap to it, but thankfully I have it selected. Is that actual debris? Why is it actual debris? What would you do if you were looking at a star and detected a modulated radiation source? I would check for things in orbit around it. You know, like there's. I know what you're digging at. I know what you're doing. Oh look, it's this. Well, this ain't ever going home. I forgot all about this. Yeah, it'd be great if there were aliens, right? It really would be great. But you got to try hard to prove that it's not a natural source. You've got to go through every possible thing you can think of that it could be, and try and figure out a way to disprove it before you can point and go aliens, right? Was it Carl Sagan? Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And that's one of them. It's not so much that it requires extraordinary evidence. It takes some extraordinary disproving, you know. I would love there to be aliens out there. Like the chances, like we are at the very beginning of our technological journey, right? We have history of a time when we weren't even able to really record things properly, right, and stuff like that. So we really are at the very, very beginning of our technological journey. So if we find any aliens out there, chances are they're pretty advanced, right? The chances of them being at the exact same position as us is quite slim, and there's not much time behind us for them to be. So they're probably in the future. They're probably not in the future, more advanced than us. That's a better way of putting it. And so they'd be able to like share a lot of information with us. Like even if they are, it's likely they will never meet them, but we might view them as they were millions of years ago. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're not likely to physically meet them, but we might be able to view them. We might be able to share information with them. Like that'll take a long time. One of the like thoughts that is going around in the, let's call it SETI communities, you know, the people trying to find aliens, is how do you communicate with aliens? Because you're literally never gonna have a hello, how are you conversation, right? Do we take something that is like the equivalent of the entirety of Wikipedia and just have a beacon broadcasting that out on repeat? Like that is a way of establishing a communication line, and it will also be a way of like any aliens being able to share with us as well as us share with them. You would imagine if the thought has occurred to us to do that, then other people are going to be having that thought process as well, right? Other people? I don't know. All the stuff we have sent there won't reach all the stuff we have sent out won't reach the whole galaxy until hundreds of thousands of years, literal. So even if you think that our first communications could be picked up, which they won't, because like we had a power source and it's spreading out over a sphere as it gets bigger and bigger, right? And because it's the same amount of power over this bigger sphere, it will soon disappear into the microwave background radiation and we'll never be able to pick it back out, right? But say that all our stuff was perfectly detectable, yeah? The first Marconi radio was only 100 years ago, right? At the speed of light, that means it's only 100 light years out, right? And the galaxy is hundreds of thousands of light years across. Is it 100,000 or 200,000 light years across? I can't remember exactly, but it doesn't really matter because those numbers are huge, right? Now, granted, 100 light years. There's something like 1,000 stars. Don't quote me on the exact number, but like as you go out, because it's a sphere getting bigger. The bigger the sphere, the more stars you get. I suppose that's a bit tautological. 100,000 light years across. Thank you very much, subs. Thank you very much. But 100,000 light years across sounds huge, and on our lifetimes, it's insurmountable, right? And it's like, oh my gosh, so much. But if you think on the time scales of, let's just say how long humans have been around. I'm just going to ballpark some figures here. Say we've been around for 2 million years. So many people will argue with that, but you know, there's been something that you all call Homo for a very long time, right? And if you can even travel at 10% the speed of light, that's a very generous estimate that we could ever get something up to 10% the speed of light. But like, that only takes 1 million years to cross the entire galaxy. And if you're just going to jump out to the next star, wait 50 years, you know, a generation for a whole bunch of new babies to be born, and you send out your next ship, and then like that just keeps happening. It kind of grows exponentially, because it's not just that new planet that's going to send out another ship. Earth's also going to send out another ship, and then suddenly you've got 4 planets, and those 4 planets are also then going to send out another ship, right? Because that's what people do. Show me a place on Earth that we're not trying to do that to, right? 50,000 light years at the bulge. Yeah. I think it's safe to assume that our closest neighbor system does not have intelligent life, or is smart enough not to detect it by us. Yeah, I mean, there was that weird signal that got detected in Alpha Centauri a little while ago, but, you know, it got detected once. No one saw anything again. I think we're just going to have to leave these guys. And so the chances of that actually being something, like there was word that it was like weirdly in the band that some spy satellites use and stuff like, you know, like, it was probably just a spy satellite pinging off when it wasn't supposed to. But like my favorite, so you might know about the Fermi paradox. Like, the universe has been around for 13 billion years. Billion with a B, right? That's 1,000 million for every billion. Think how big a million is, and then have 1,000 of those, right? Like a billion, it's really, because we just put this other letter in front of it, it really sounds like a billion is not much bigger than a billion. No, other way around. A billion is not much bigger than a million. But it's huge. You've got 3 more zeros, and like that's times 10 each time. Oh, yeah, ridiculous. So there's been plenty. And like, the Earth's been around for 4 billion years, right? 3.5 of that, it was just microbes, yeah. And then suddenly, 500 million years, all this happens. You know, we go from something crawling out of the sludge to this, right? And that's a real blink of an eye in the face of 13 billion years. So where's everyone else that did that? Now, my favourite answer to that is it's taken this long for the universe to build, like, I'm going to use the word complexity, but to build, like, enough heavy elements to put them together in funny ways, to have planets with the right situations to put them together in funny ways and stuff like that, right? Which, to my mind, probably means out there, beyond the level of light lag, you know, we can't see it yet because it takes time for light to get here, but somewhere out there, probably in another galaxy, probably not in this galaxy, probably in another galaxy, there's another civilization sat there being like, where is everybody? Why are we on our own? You know, maybe in Andromeda, you know, 2 million light years out there. Yeah. But I think, with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me for this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. Today, after several mishaps and misfires, we managed to get ourselves... Oh, wait, let's set this up. 2 ISRUs. Look, it's written right there. This guy doesn't have access to sunlight. Oh, he's got some sunlight. That's fine. And then we're going to start this liquid fuel one, and we're going to make sure that this liquid fuel one is running. And let's have a look. What have we got going here? Oh, I didn't put any radiators on it. Oh, he's about to blow up. Nah, we're alright, we're alright. These radiators are probably doing the job through the lot, right? So we are at some point going to be able to get ourselves enough fuel to be able to do the maneuvers that we need to do. We flew up these. We're going to be sending back all of those craft. We're going to have to try and do something with this bit of debris. We've got the moho hobos needing to be rescued, but all of that is for next time, when I will see you then when we're gonna do that. Bye.